welcome to Zaragoza, or Zaragoza, I believe is the locals call it. So I actually drove from Alicante. If you guys want to follow, I'm actually doing basically like a mini vlog series, taking you guys through a couple cities in Spain. So rented a car, picked it up today, drove about four and a half hours ish here. Checked in, got my place, got myself all settled, kind of figured out, you know, what I want to do, what are the best things to see, and that's exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So this is pretty much like 24 hours or what to do with a whole day in Zaragoza. So one of the things that came up on every travel blog, on everything that I looked up of what to do in this city, was actually the Palacio de Aljaferia. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but it is a palace that is literally pretty much in the middle of the city. And looking outside of it, you know, castle is a very loose term. In Europe, castle can be just a stone structure that's, you know, really crumbled over time, or it can be elegant palaces, literally decked out in gold, whereas this one has a lot more of an appearance of kind of a castle from a fairy tale. So the other really cool thing right now is everything is free to be able to go into. So if you're coming to visit Zaragoza right away, then I definitely recommend booking in your time slot to come visit the palace. So let's go check it out. So as you guys can tell, it is dark out. I am wrapping up my first day here in Zaragoza. I know technically I said 24 hours, but that's because I wasn't part of today, part of tomorrow. So kind of 24 hours. And I basically will just take my own pace, but all this stuff you can definitely do within 24 hours. So I'm just grabbing a quick bite to eat at the pizza place. I was just walking around Old Town, and I was finally just hungry enough that I was like, this looks... I didn't even see the pizza actually. I was just like this. I was like, pizza sounds great. I'm like very, very hungry. So I'll show you guys what I eat. Good morning. So we're actually gonna be starting off the day at the Mercado. So I'm just walking there right now from my Airbnb. Pretty much everything that you can do in Zaragoza is gonna be literally right in like what is considered Old Town. So anyways, what I would recommend is definitely staying downtown or as close into Old Town as you possibly can, and then literally just walk everywhere. Like everything is literally within about a 20-minute walk radius, so it's perfect because you can park your car and then literally just walk. Everything is super accessible. So if a mercado is something that you have never heard about before, they are incredibly common in Spain. They're basically like your fresh market. So almost every city, as far as I know, has a mercado. Lots of people like to go in the morning, and it's all just fresh produce, you have your fresh meats, fresh breads, seafood, etc., things like that. Well, as fresh as they can be inside, like in the interior of Spain. However, on the coast, you're going to be looking at things like fresh seafood. So right now, because it is August, Spain is, a lot of it is on vacation plus coronavirus, so the mercado here isn't actually that full, and some vendors are closed and on holidays, but let's still go take you guys inside. After visiting the mercado, literally probably 2-minute walk away is actually the Plaza del Pilar, and that is basically what Zaragoza is known for, is their cathedral Basilica de Pilar for the Virgin Mary. Long story short, God sent a vision to one of the apostles, told him to build a pillar here for Mary, and then from that grew the basilica and the incredibly huge church that is behind me right now. And then basically the basilica sits on this square, well, plaza, and this plaza is actually the longest plaza in Europe from what I was told, but don't quote me. So along here there is different cafes to check out, different restaurants, there's a fountain at one end, and then there's like 2 or 3 churches as well as the Goya Museum. So let's go see. Right behind me is the Goya Museum, and I am still literally in the Plaza del Pilar. Almost everything is here, so this is definitely one of the things you guys are going to want to check out during your visit to Zaragoza. And then behind me you can see that there is also like a smaller square fountain, just statue basically to commemorate Goya. So there's another thing to check out. So I've had a busy morning. We've done Mercado, been back at the plaza, walked through one of the main streets, and I actually went to go check out the Teatro de Romano, the Roman theater. However, they're closed on Mondays, so that's a little thing to note if you are planning your trip. Just make sure that you know when things are open, when things are not. However, you guys will have seen footage because you can actually still see the Teatro from the street. So everything is open, so I just wasn't able to go in, but I was still able to, you know, check out the rooms as well as be able to get some really cool shots to share with you guys. So I have just stopped for breakfast. One of my favorite things to get here in Spain is just a cafe solo, pretty much basically an espresso. I like to add a little bit of sugar to mine. You can get it with milk, etc., etc. And then very typical Spanish thing to start with is either a tostada, which is a toast, or a bocadilla, which is like a smaller sandwich, or a boca, which is really large. But I will be starting with just a very small one. Usually breakfast is very, very small here, lunch is big, and then dinner again is small. Another place that you can come and visit here in Zaragoza is actually the Expo grounds, really. They're the Expo grounds. They were built in 2008 for the Expo at that time, and it's just like a really cool place to come see. They have a lot of really cool structures, like the building you can see behind me, as well as quite a few buildings like this. There's also a massive building in the shape of like a water droplet, and then there's some different sculptures that you can see. So it's somewhere you can come, maybe bring a picnic, relax, walk around. Because of coronavirus, a lot of stuff is closed right now. Like there's an aquarium here as well that you can check out. However, like I said, because of corona, it is currently closed. But during any other regular time, this is a fantastic place to stop by with friends, family, anything like that. I'm hypnotized by you. I can't do what you say. I'm hypnotized by you. So that wraps up basically 24-ish hours in Zaragoza. You really only need one day here. If you want to be relaxed, stretch it out to 2. But from here, I'm actually headed to Madrid. I'm going to continue on with my Spain road trip. So if you guys want to follow along, you can check out the next vlog video, whatever it is that we produce. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that big thumbs up, hit the little red subscribe button, and I am on my way to get coffee and then hit the road. Until the next one.